If AI can write code, do I still need to learn it? Not to start, but to leverage and leadership, yes. I am Mohammad Arshad Ahmed from Decoding Data Science, and here is the honest, practical take on this. No code ships demos fast, but the code actually compounds the quality, control, and scale. This is one of the most asked questions in our Q&A section. But what you can do without code is quick automations, creating forms, summarizing, using CRM, using N8N, Zapier or making quick prototypes, chatbots, Q&As over basic documents like using no-code tools like VoiceFlow, Notion, creating content, posts, captions, thumbnails with prompt template, great for ideas, demos, and feedbacks. But where actually coding wins, there are 5 levers that I wanted all to share with the community. Is the first is quality and precision. You can do A/B prompts, evaluations, guardrails. You can do second, you can do cost control where you can do batching, cache, retries, model routing. Third, you can do integrations wherein you will have APIs, databases, files, embedding vectors. Fourth, and the most important, is security compliance, where you can do PII, personal identification, redaction, access control, and you can make the fifth and the most important, you can make it your career moat, where you are understanding how system thinking happens and how you are creating the system thinking into syntax. So no code is very good to create email using LLMs to create summaries, Slack demos, but with code you can dedupe, you can do PII mask, you can do cost caps, you can do a lot of evaluations. One thing that I wanted to tell, if you want to really get into coding, you don't need to boil the ocean. You need to get and understand the 80-20 principle, the Pareto principle that we teach in our academy. What are the 20% of the things that you need to learn in the whole coding environment? If you want to be a good coder and you want to learn everything, it will take you years. But if you have a very good strategy in place, you focus on the 20, understand few things like Python basics, understanding lists, dictionaries, functions, errors, understanding how does APIs and JSON work, understanding how do you send request, how do you get request, and how do you extract information from the JSON file, how do you play around with the data frames, using Pandas and NumPys, how you extract value from tabular structures, how you do LLM operations like understanding the code of prompt templates, batches, and very simple environment. The fourth and the fifth one is how you understand Git and virtual environment, how to do that creation and how to run your code on your local system, how to create a very simple one tiny web services using fast API where you are doing the full stack using that, how you can have simple storage using SQLite and vector databases later. These things will really help you get from point A to point B. People think that coding is only for the technical people, but that is not the case. If you have a very good 30-day plan, very light and practical, in week 1 what you can do is ship one no-code automation end-to-end. You do that. The second week is you can rebuild the same workflow that you have built in the no-code, low-code in Python. Week 3, you can wrap that particular application with fast API. You can then use some basic logging and validation. And week 4, the last week, you can add some small eval set, cost guardrails, one vector search, as well as deploy it in Hugging Face spaces or any virtual machines. This is what we do in our challenges that are there. We give them 8 days to build these applications and finally experiment with it and then deploy it on a server so that every one of us can use it, and that is how you learn. So you don't need to code to start. As I told everyone, you need code to own it. Comment one workflow you will rebuild in Python. I will review one in a future video. Subscribe for more, and thank you very much.